This is an Evergreen Media Network studio production.
Welcome back to Classic Car Radio. There was me and Todd on guitar just then, by the way. No one knows that. Todd and I were playing that. We jammed that together. Anyway,
Todd's more of a banjo guy, I think.
Oh, yeah, because he's on the country now, and he's got a bunch of goats. He's got goats and sheep and all that.
He's got
chickens running around.
A lot of stuff going on in the farm.
Yeah, he's got the banjo out now. Give me that guitar you have, though.
Which one?
How many you got?
2.
What do you have?
None you.
What? None yet? Okay. I have 4. None yet either.
Fender and a BC Ridge.
Oh, yeah, I knew you had the BC. Yeah, that's an old one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I got a Epiphone Gold Top and a Gretsch hollow body, single cutaway, Stratocaster.
I got a Fender Stratocaster.
Strat?
Yeah.
You got a Strat, too?
1972, I think.
Wow, that's nice.
Really?
Yeah, it's a 72, I think it is.
I inherited my dad's guitar.
Yeah.
Can't play it worth the crap, but yeah.
I used to play. Can't remember anything.
My Strat's in
I got to start all
93.
over again.
Yeah, you got crap disease, too.
Got to start all over again.
That was my dad. My dad couldn't remember nothing, but you put him up there in his guitar and his little microphone.
Right.
He would sing every Merle Haggard song. And
Oh, nice.
Wow.
That's
he'd do
great.
Johnny Cash and all them. And couldn't remember what he ate for dinner that night, but he'd turn the monitor off and just go.
That's great.
Huh.
Great.
I'm getting kind of worried, though, because now I can play a lot of songs that I used to know, and I still forget what I had for dinner last night. So, anyway, let's do some more news. One more news item, and it's a really quick one. If you watched the Daytona on Sunday, you're lying because it was raining out. You didn't watch it Sunday because it was on Monday afternoon, and it was all cleared up, blue skies, beautiful day, nice and warm, too. The results were stupid, but there are results nonetheless. We'll give you those in a second. But will these guys ever stop crashing inside 10 laps?
It's great.
I mean, every time.
Never.
Every time.
NASCAR is rigged just like football, basketball. It's all rigged.
I don't know. I don't think that's
I mean,
rigged.
sometimes I think they spin out on purpose.
Well,
Just so they could have a green-white checkered, you know?
Yeah.
yeah. But, you know,
Look, when the guys retired, they
when
talked
they hit
about
10
what they do to cheat.
when they
Right,
hit 10 to go, I said, here comes the accident. Sure enough, next lap,
Yep.
it was like a 20-car pileup. It was ridiculous.
And it was weird seeing Jimmy Johnson driving a Toyota.
Yeah, I know. Speaking of that, we had 4 Chevrolets up front in the top 10, 4 Toyotas, and then the last 2 were Fords. We had Chevrolet, Toyota, Chevrolet, Toyota, then 2 Fords. The winner of the race, of course, was William Byron. He snuck through on a crash. He got over the finish line and got the white flag just as the crash was happening.
Right.
So he won the race, and his teammate Alex Bowman came in second. Both those guys in Chevrolets. Are those guys Gibbs guys? Do you know?
Hendricks.
Oh yeah, Hendricks. Right. I'm sorry. I knew that.
I knew it off the number.
Gibbs was Toyota.
Yeah.
The guy I was rooting for, Christopher Bell, got third in his Toyota. I also root for.
I don't know any of these guys.
Yeah, they're all. That's what the next thing I was going to point out.
I checked. Nemechek must be
His son.
Joe's son.
And like Corey LaJoy is Randy LaJoy's kid.
LaJoy, yeah.
AJ Allmendinger has been around.
He's
for
been
a
around
while.
Wallace,
for a
who's
while.
that? Rusty Wallace's boy?
Could be.
Bubba Wallace?
Bubba, no.
No. That's the
Bubba's not
black.
yet.
That's the black driver. Michael Jordan's team.
Okay.
That's Michael Jordan's team, yeah.
Yeah, Bubba Wallace.
really? Yep.
He's the one that had the noose hanging in his garage.
But it was
Yeah,
only.
it said
But
it
Turned out it was just a
it was garage pull down.
just a
remember
pull
that.
down rope.
Yeah.
And they had 15 FBI guys show up
can
there,
tell I watched
all looking at
NASCAR.
their.
All about the publicity, man.
It's changed. NASCAR's changed.
Oh, I'll say it
I
has.
haven't watched it in forever. So.
Gosh, I'll tell you what.
What?
Right before the race, during the race, and it's
Oh, now
all,
you got 'em
brought to you
going.
by Toyota, the Toyota-thon. And
No
Right.
kidding.
They jump, Applebee's, and it's like, this lap is brought to you by, Kotex,
Right.
whatever,
Yeah.
Crazy. Everything is sponsored by everyone.
And
It's so commercialized. It's horrible.
And since we're talking about Daytona, we got to say happy birthday to Billy DeArton. Today's his birthday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Hey, Billy.
Happy
Big
birthday.
Billy.
Happy birthday,
Today's
Billy.
Billy's birthday.
Happy
so
birthday, sir.
All right.
good man right there from Vero Beach.
Yes, he is.
He's got a beautiful Chevelle, and I think his wife picked up a
Yeah,
39 Chevy. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah. Nice.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Good people.
Yep,
Yes, they are
good
very nice people.
So Billy, happy birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah, happy birthday, Billy. You're a good guy. All right, let's do some quick auto history, burn some time up here. And I try to keep this interesting, but there's a lot of Daytona in here. February 15th, 1998, after 20 attempts, Dale Earnhardt Sr. finally wins his first Daytona 500, driving his the famous black number 3 Goodwrench car. You all remember that one, right? Todd, you
Yeah.
remember that one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, he recorded an average speed of 172.7 miles per hour, so that means there weren't a lot of yellows, I guess.
That's just crazy that it took him 20 years to
Yeah,
to
I
win.
know. Well, that happens.
He almost did it a couple times. Running out of gas.
Blew a radiator hose.
Yeah. Stupid stuff.
So, February
I was there.
16th, 1997, 25-year-old Jeff Gordon won his first Daytona, becoming the youngest winner in the history of the NASCAR event. And I don't know if
Whoopee.
William Byron is younger than that. I don't think he is.
I don't think so.
72, the Volkswagen Beetle. February 17th, 72, Volkswagen Beetle surpasses the Model T Ford as the world's best-selling car. 15,734 Beetles had rolled off the assembly line by 1972. Imagine that, 15
Well,
million.
how many they got now?
Not many. You don't see a heck of a lot around. You see a few.
but this you're talking 72. So from 72 to 2022, how many did they sell?
Well,
Did
they stopped making them after what,
they-
78
I think
or
they still make.
77?
No, they still make
Well,
them.
no,
in
that's a
Mexico.
that's a repop.
Right.
They went away for a while, then the new ones came in again. And but I don't
Still
know.
called the Beetle though.
Oh yeah, they are absolutely. Yeah. Look at all the different variations of Camaro, and then
Right.
the Camaro went away, and the Camaro came back, and all that.
Wish the Chevelle would come back.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
kidding, right?
They're making the cars. They're
Are
doing
they?
those limited productions on the Camaro chassis.
Oh, okay.
Look a little weird, but they're pretty cool.
Yeah, those are the Dynacorp, right? Those cars.
Yep.
February 16th, 2001, that's when Dale Earnhardt Sr. dies at the age of 49 in a last lap crash. Anybody watch that one? I did.
Yep. I was
Yep.
right there.
The 43rd
Yep.
Daytona 500.
That's when it ended.
He was vying
NASCAR.
Yeah.
for third place when he collided with another car and crashed. I know people that were just devastated for weeks over that.
Yeah, I had this
You know,
big
my-
son.
Earnhardt fans.
Well, I built a bus to go to. I used to go to races all the time. I had
Oh,
a
did you
bus
really?
with a big observatory
On
deck
top?
on it.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
everything. And I used to have this big number 3. It was probably 12 foot wide by 12 foot tall. It folded
Wow.
up, and you unfold it, and it's right in front of my bus.
Wow.
When I had my shop down on
Old
Old
Dixie?
Dixie, south of Oslo, I was at the race. So when I got home that day, the next day I went to go to work. I stuck it out in front of the building. You had all kinds of people driving by, blowing the
Oh,
horn.
when
really?
he died, the day he died?
The day
Yeah,
after.
the day after he
after.
died. And
The
then,
day
yeah,
after,
yeah.
Yeah, and that was something because it didn't. To me, it didn't look like a hard hit.
It did.
It wasn't at all.
But
No.
Rusty Wallace knew there was something wrong right away.
Oh, really?
He said that was a hard hit, and he knew right away. I hope Dale's all right because he knew how hard he hit.
Yeah.
And
That
but
car,
plus, because he didn't use the Honda
And so
device
that was
either.
Michael Waltrip won that race, and it took all the gas right out of his car.
Right,
They-
because he was
take-
blocking. So
Yeah, he took
So-
the air out of wind out of his sail, I should say.
yeah.
Because I felt bad for Michael
The
Waltrip
wind,
because it just that was his first win at Daytona.
Yeah,
I think one of his few wins at all.
right.
And then he it overshadowed it so badly no one even remembers really that he won that race.
Yeah.
And if you ever watched the interview with Senior and Michael Waltrip, nobody was believing in Michael Waltrip, and he says, "I believe in you, son." He says, "I know you'll do good, and you'll win me one of the biggest races."
Yeah.
And he said it, and he knew it too.
Wow.
But I knew it was bad when Kenny Schrader pulled that window net down. He was freaking out, yelling, and he's yelling at everybody, come over, come over, come over. I was like, oh, that's not
Yeah, that
good.
was my driver back then. Schrader was my guy. I loved Kenny Schrader. He was a good guy.
Yeah.
But if you ever
Consummate racer.
if you ever got to see that car in person, you
Right.
know, that car was accordioned.
Oh, really?
Oh, was it really?
Oh yeah,
Wow.
the window pillar on that car and the back side of the floorboard going behind the seat and into the floor was actually was over 6.5 inches short.
Wow.
That's how bad that car got, the accordion, and that's because it didn't have the
It
safety.
really looked like nothing.
It was
Right.
just
When
no
he
safety
first hit it,
barriers.
yeah, like I said, when it first hit, it didn't look like he hit that hard, but like I said,
193 mile an hour, I think they said it was.
Yeah.
Was the last radar on that car.
Waltrip knew right away that it was not good.
But then you look at the hit that Ryan Blaney took this week. Same corner, same spot, and that car crumpled. But you see the safety barrier. I mean, that safety barrier went 10 inches back when
Yeah.
he hit.
Yeah.
I mean, that took a lot of it, and
Plus,
he got
they
right
have
out
the
of the car.
SARS helmets now. You know, the SARS attachment on the back keeps their heads from
Yeah,
the weight
hot-
of the helmet and the head from detaching their skull from their brainstem. That's what happened
To Dale, yeah.
to Dale.
Well, he also
That's how
didn't
he
wear
died.
a closed face helmet too.
Right, he didn't
Right.
wear a closed face
His
helmet.
skull was shattered here in the corner.
Yeah.
What was it really? I didn't know that part.
Yeah.
Anyway, this
It
is
was
a
a
horrible
sad
thing.
day, sad
February
day.
18th, 2001. Hard to believe 23 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. The day NASCAR
Hard to believe. We're
died.
getting old around here. February 20th, 1909, Hudson Car Company is formed by a group of 8 Detroit businessmen who produce a car that would sell for less than $1,000. Of course, $1,000 was a lot in 1909,
There you go.
right? Look at you go. And then February 21st, 1948, something that we've been talking about for the last few minutes. NASCAR, the National Association of Stock Car Racing, was incorporated, and its first strictly stock car race would later be held on June 19th, 1949 at the Charlotte Speedway. So on February today, which we're recording the show on February 21st, Wednesday, it's February 21st. It's the birthday of NASCAR officially today. So 1948, that was 76 years ago?
Yeah,
76
about that,
years ago,
yeah.
Yeah, so happy birthday, NASCAR. Today's your birthday.
And you know what? After looking at this, none of them cars are stock.
Oh, I know.
You know what I'm saying?
They're far from
Yeah,
stock.
and then when they flip over now, it looks like a Matchbox
I
car.
know.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not. They haven't been stock in decades, really.
Yeah.
They just look that they got the decaled headlights on. You know,
Right,
and all
yeah,
that
yeah.
stuff. But back in the 70s, man, they were the
I think,
real deal.
the
Yeah.
doors even opened.
Well, even in the
Right?
80s,
Did the doors open back then?
I don't think so.
No,
I
no.
don't think that was
they
safe.
welded them shut?
No, maybe in the 60s, back in like
Maybe, yeah.
Fireball Roberts and all them
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
maybe.
But I remember
Yeah.
back in the day too. They used to. So if a car had to be rear wheel drive, they had to make 50 models of those cars, like the Tauruses and all that
Oh,
stuff.
really?
When they were back
Yeah.
in it, like in the late 90s, early 2000s. There's actually 54 Tauruses that are around that are rear wheel drive, and some of the Toyotas and all that stuff. That used to be a rule. I don't know
Really?
if they're still doing it now, but that's what it used to be before.
Well, they used to have that rule. They had to make how many? 500 or something back in the 60s. They had to make a bunch of those Superbirds
Yeah.
for Richard Petty and whoever else drove Superbirds back then. The crazy looking Superbirds, but they had to sell them by X amount in order
Right.
for them to qualify to be NASCAR. Of course, that's pretty common knowledge. Everybody kind of knows that one. What do you say we do one more break, and we come back? We got a bunch of Tech Talk questions for you automotive geniuses sitting here. So
Oh,
let's
beautiful.
do that when we get back. So we're at Classic Car Radio. We'll be right back.
Offering 24/7 emergency services, Joe Scazzari Roof Services Consulting offers prompt handling of homeowners' insurance claims and has been serving the Treasure Coast for over 40 years. Scazzari's roofing experts can fabricate and install standing seam metal roofs on site, saving you thousands of dollars. And for those do-it-yourselfers, they can cut and fabricate your metal roof and deliver it right to your home or job site. Got a flat roof? Scazzari Roofing and Consulting specializes in all commercial and residential flat roofing systems. State certified and licensed, Scazzari Roofing and Consulting is family-owned and operated. Check out their website at roofservicesconsulting.com or give them a call at 772-388-7453 or toll free at 888-675-8106. Scazzari Roofing and Consulting Contractors.
Treasure Coast Auto of Vero Beach is looking for hard workers. If you have experience as an automotive technician or mechanic, call Treasure Coast Auto of Vero Beach, 772-213-8957. Treasure Coast Auto of Vero Beach is located at 1212 23rd Street, and they're hiring automotive technicians today. Stop by the shop or call 772-213-8957. Treasure Coast Auto of Vero Beach.
Kinky Boots is coming to Riverside, a dazzling extravaganza with music and lyrics by Cyndi Lauper. It's the story of a failing shoe factory. When the owner meets up with a fabulous drag queen, she helps him save the business. Winner of the Tony for Best Musical, Kinky Boots, is now playing at the beautiful Riverside Theater in Vero Beach. But you don't have to wait. Get your best tickets now at the box office or online at riversidetheater.com.
It's time to call Easy Brew Coffee and Bottled Water Service and learn just how much you can save and how convenient it is to have your coffee and bottled water delivered right to your home or office. In addition to water coolers, Easy Brew offers individual bottles of water in 8 or 16-ounce bottles. No more lugging it home or dragging it into the office. Serving the Treasure Coast for over 2 decades, 2 letters, 1 simple name. Easy for Easy Brew. Visit e-zbrew.com or call 800-792-3285. Easy Brew.
Welcome back to Classic Car Radio. Hey, Mike, before we jump into the Tech Talk, why don't you do the car show report so I don't forget?
Oh, boy. Nothing like springing it on me. Here we go. What do we got here? This weekend, they're having a blues festival at the Indian River Fairgrounds. They're also having a car show both days. So if you're going to bring your car in, you got to get there between 8:45 and 10 a.m. That's going to be right here at the fairgrounds. And I think it's $15 to enter the vehicle for one day. If you want to go both days, it's $25. And I guess everybody that's in your car gets in for the $15, I think. And that's at the Blues Festival right here on Indian River Fairgrounds in Vero Beach. Anybody going to that? Anybody? No?
No.
All right, then we got the up in Bayside High School up in Palm Bay, up by you, Keith.
Yeah.
Actually, no, it's not. It's on Fell Road in West Melbourne.
Okay.
So it's closer to US 1. Saturday, February 24th from 10 to 2, they're having a car show. Fundraiser, $20 entrance fee at the gate. And that's going to be for the ROTC program, Future Military Men and Women, and that's going to be at the Field of Dreams Park, located at 3053 Fell Road, West Melbourne. And then we talked about Saturday, March 9th from 10 to 2. There's a whole bunch of shows on March 9th. One's going to be the Vero Christian Church, CareNet Pregnancy Center, IRC, Indian River County, 3rd Annual Vero Christian Church. And does it have an address? Yep, 3250 9th Street, Southwest, which is Oslo Road, and then that's Saturday from 10 to 2.
Right.
Also on Saturday, First Presbyterian Church of Sebastian is having a car show. That also is from 10 to 2. And that church is located at 1405 Louisiana Avenue in Sebastian. Pre-register is $15, and that's you got to register from 9 to 11. It's $20 a day to show. I think there's a couple of flyers out there on our page, the Classic Car Radio page, and also the Sebastian Muscle Car page.
Right. All
right, and then what we talked about earlier, the Muscle Car Museum is having a show Saturday, March 18th, 2023 from 10 to 3. And that's going to be up that's the Cape Canaveral region of the AACA. And that's at the Muscle Car Museum up on Sarno Road, 3500 Sarno Road. And that's Saturday, March 18th. The Elks Club that just postponed their show, that's going to be on March 10th, I believe, right?
Yes.
March 10th, the same time. So that's going to be from 11 to 3. So go up there on March 10th.
Wait a minute, is March 10th the same day as that show in Vero Beach off Oslo?
No, that's March 9th.
Oh, okay, it's the day before. Okay.
Day before.
Okay.
And then March 16th, the 45th annual the AACA is having this show at Riverside Park right here in Vero. From registration starts at 8 o'clock. You could pre-register. I think we got a flyer up on the Classic Car Radio of Vero Beach. We got that.
That's the big one, man. That's the big one.
There'll be a couple of hundred. There'll be close to 300 cars
300
or more.
Yes.
So that's what we got going on.
Let's hope the weather holds up for that one.
Yep.
Definitely. That's such a big, good show, too. It's just so much fun.
So that's what's going on
I
for
might-
this coming weeks.
I've been a judge a few times. I might judge this time.
Are you judging? You guys judging any one of those shows? You didn't get asked, Todd? Did the AACA?
Nobody asked me.
What about you, Steve? Did
I'll
you
ask Bill Maul or Billy.
We were supposed to do the Elks, but the weekend they're going to do that is my mom's birthday, so I won't be able to do this one.
Okay.
And I
All
think
right.
this year for Riverside, I'm taking off so I can actually enjoy it.
There you go.
Good. There you go.
Sit down with us and hang out.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll bring some moonshine for you guys.
There you go.
I got to make another.
I like that.
Ain't carrying you home, dog.
I got to make another batch. So
Where you
we'll see
lay
what-
is where you stay.
All right, you can go to Tech Talk.
All
now.
right, let's do some tech talk. Because Fred in Fort Pierce wants to know, he's got a 1970 Olds Rally 350. Beautiful. I love those yellow. Remember those yellow cars with the wing?
Yeah.
The Rally 350s. He said, I'd like to get it up and running, but where do I look for parts? The Rally 350 is not in any drop-down menu. Does it go by any other name? It's not a Cutlass, is it? Because I already looked it up. Also, is it similar to other GM cars as far as parts go? I would say no, maybe Cutlass, but it's an F85, right? It's an F85.
I don't know too much about Olds.
Pretty much.
I think F85 ran till 70,
Oh, yeah.
and then after that, no F85
Was
anymore.
it the
but-
same body style as
Yeah,
a Cutlass?
oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
it
it
looks
looks just
like
like
a
a Cutlass,
Cutlass.
so why
Yeah.
can't he just use Cutlass parts? I'm not
Yeah.
He could, but
What's the difference?
he said in a drop down, I would go F85 because I know that the Rally 350 was basically a stripped down F85, kind of like the Judge, where they wanted to go with a powerful engine, but really light, like no trim rings. They wanted to make it an inexpensive car that kids could still afford.
Oh, okay.
It was
Okay.
a stripped out performance car.
Yeah, they put the wing on it and they paint it bright yellow, put some stripes on it. Looked
And
like a
they
good
were
looking
all
car.
they were all yellow?
I think the Rally 350, there might have been a white one.
Okay.
But I've only seen yellow. I've never
Gotcha.
seen anything but yellow. But I love those cars. I thought they were a great looking car. And the 350 is not a bad engine. I had a 71 Cutlass with a 350. It had some power, but
Yeah.
71 is lower compression, but 70 was probably had good power for a 350. Definitely. Okay, so Dan in... so anyway, look for F85, by the way, Fred in Fort Pierce.
Yeah.
Dan in Fort Pierce, also in Fort Pierce. I took my 87 IROC to AutoZone today and had them run my codes, and it came back with a couple cylinder misfires that needed to be cleared and a faulty EGR. I'm going to pull it off and clean it tomorrow, but how do I get to it? Is EGR, isn't that easy, an EGR?
EGR is right on top of the intake.
Right, isn't
I think
nothing?
it's got like a 10 millimeter bolt or something on it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
nothing, Dan. Dan must be a newbie kind of guy.
Now, can
Would you clean it?
But
Can
I'm
you,
not making fun of you,
can you
Dan.
clean those? I don't know.
I never clean it.
I can't remember if that was one on the side of the intake or if that one's actually underneath the throttle body on that car.
Oh, really?
Well, can they be
Yeah,
cleaned with
ports.
like carb cleaner or something?
Yeah,
Or
sometimes they carbon it, but I'd say 90% of the time the valve on that will stick and
it's
it's
probably
just
not an
junk.
expensive part either.
No.
Right?
I would
No.
vacuum test the valve, make sure it holds vacuum first.
There you
Yeah.
go.
87 IROC would be a TBI, right? Tune port TPI.
Yep.
That's that
port.
OBD1?
No, it'd be a throttle body.
Yeah.
Throttle body. 87, right? Would
No,
it
that'd
be
be a
throttle
tune
body?
port.
2-port
would it be
injection.
tune
Yeah.
port?
Yeah,
Okay.
tune port.
Okay. So it's it's right out in the open, easy to get to. And you can just unplug it basically and clean it out if you want. But just buy another one. It's cheap as hell.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cheaper than a McDonald's burger.
On a certain day.
Okay. Yeah.
Just remind you.
Yeah. Not the
Are you hungry? Did
Not
you
the
order your
double
pub sub
burger.
already?
Who eats McDonald's?
The double burger. I did on my way home last week. I heard about that double Big Mac. What a mess. It was horrible.
It's all full of plastic.
No.
Human byproduct.
Oh, here we go.
Humans, here we go.
Keep going. Last
We
one.
only have a minute left.
Last one.
Okay, last one. Roger from Vero Lake Estates says, hey guys, I'm looking to dress up some unpainted parts of my engine and my 71 CUDA, but keeping the engine in the car. What's the best way to tackle this? Brushing on the paint or a rattle can? I'm looking for your opinions. Any suggestions for suppliers too?
All right, Roger.
You've got
Well, I'm
about
glad
30
we were able to
seconds.
help you. And
We got no time. What, really?
Rattle can it. You
Rattle
can do
can
like
it. Yeah, don't paint
Just
brush
touch it up.
yeah, just don't get crazy, man.
Okay.
Tape it off. Don't you
Squirt
want
down
paint
some
all over
WD-40.
Hey,
it?
we're Classic Car Radio. We're on every
Make it look
Saturday from 2
beautiful.
o'clock to 3 o'clock at WAXE.
And you too.
107.9 FM, and we are out of here.
Put the pedal to the metal.
Adios.